Hi, this is Rachelle with Scrapcraftastic, and today I'm going to show you how to print a Scrapcraftastic insert. Now, everybody's printer is different, so some people don't have duplex printers. Some people have printers that automatically print duplex. Some people have to do it manually. So it just depends on the type of printer you have, and you probably need to consult the owner's manual or the documents that come with your printer, or maybe you can find something online about your specific printer if you don't know how the duplex feature works, or if you don't have the duplex, or if you don't even know if you have a duplex feature. My printer is a very inexpensive printer. It prints well for what it is and for what I use it for. And it does do duplex printing, but it is not an automatic duplex printing. You could also take your file to somewhere like FedEx, or I don't know about Office Depot or Staples printing services. I usually just go to FedEx and use the machines myself. And the last time I went there and printed some inserts, I just tried the double-sided feature for the first time, and it automatically just prints both sides of the paper without you having to interact, as long as you set it up that way when you first print. So that's another option. Yeah, for the best print quality, I recommend, it depends on your taste in papers. I like a heavier weight paper. The heavier the weight of the paper and the nicer the paper, the more expensive it is. I think right now I have 28-pound and 32-pound paper. The 32-pound is almost as heavy as cardstock. It does, the paper that I have in particular has a smoother finish than a cardstock, but it seems pretty close. I guess the 28-pound would probably work for most people. During the phase of just testing your insert, if you're printing at home, I recommend using a very inexpensive paper, a thin paper, just a regular copy paper or multi-purpose paper. And you can get that at places like Walmart. That's the only place I can think of offhand. You could probably get it at Office Depot or Staples. I don't know what their price range is for those lightweight papers, but when testing, don't use your good paper. Start out with your inexpensive paper just to make sure that you have the process down correctly on how to print. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm going to start with this list printable that I made. I don't think I've published it anywhere. Okay, so I don't know what just happened, but I already ran through this and it didn't record. So I'm going to try this part again. Okay, so once you open the document that you want to print or the insert that you want to print, you either click on the printer icon, click File, Open, or File Print rather, or you can do Control P, whatever you normally do to get your print dialog box to open. And you should see the name of your printer. And then properties is something I don't often make adjustments here. So I don't usually mess with anything here. If you want to change your paper type or the quality of the print, any of these items, you can do that. Like I said, I don't fool around over here. So like I set it up initially and just leave things the way they are. Some of these things come in handy for other types of projects, but for the most part, I don't make any changes here. Some of this stuff I didn't even know was here. So anyway, so I just leave that. Advanced, I don't even go there. If you want to make changes there, you're welcome to. These are basically the most important. This area is the most important part of printing a double-sided insert. So depending on the number of pages you have or what pages you want to print, you need to select the pages that you want to print. Most of my printables come with 2 pages of the same thing. so that it makes it easier for you to do duplex printing. In this case, both pages are the same, so I am just going to leave it at all. I don't need to pick any page numbers or anything. We don't need to deal with more options for this. The only other thing we need to do is under page sizing and handling. I don't do poster, multiple, booklet. I stick with the size tab. And the biggest problem that people run into when printing not only these inserts, but also planner stickers, and they come back and say, oh, your planner stickers are the wrong size, the inserts aren't the right size. 9 times out of 10, it is because you have to set the page size and handling to actual size. I designed these things to print on US letter size or 8.5 by 11 paper. So you don't need to choose fit to page. You don't need to choose shrink oversized pages unless you specifically want to scale something to a different size for some other purpose. You don't need to use a custom scale or anything like that. Actual size, actual size, actual size. That is the biggest problem with printing inserts. Make sure you have actual size marked, and you should be okay. Next thing is you want to indicate that you want to print on both sides of the paper. When you're printing something that's landscape or horizontal, double-sided as far as inserts go, you want to choose flip on short edge. If you're printing something that is vertical or portrait, like for instance, my pocket inserts, they're 2 on a page, but it's on a portrait style layout, then you want to choose flip on long edge. In this case, we're printing a horizontal layout, so I'm going to say print on short edge, and then I am just going to tell it to print. And again, I am starting with just one, I'm just printing one to make sure that everything lines up properly, make sure it prints properly, make sure I'm doing this the right way. So I'm going to go ahead and click print, and now my print dialog box is coming up, showing me that it is printing. And I'm going to also video this. So that's the first side of the page. Now, I hit a dialog for my duplex printing that tells me what to do next. It says, check to see that the first side has been printed. So I just showed you that, yes, it actually has been printed. Step 2 is keeping the printed side facing up, load the paper back into the front tray without changing its orientation. When ready, click Start Printing. So these instructions may not be the same for your printer. Your printer may not even give you this kind of information. So this is where it comes in, where you may have to figure it out through trial and error. Because my printer is somewhat duplex, it's not 100% duplex. You still have to follow these 2 steps. I'm pretty confident that it's going to print correctly. But like I said, if you have to do this manually, test it first. Test flipping the paper over, which way you need to flip the paper, if you need to flip the paper, how you need to put it back in your tray. All of those things make a difference. So now I'm just going to go ahead and follow those directions and put this paper back in to the feeder the same way it came out, and click Start Printing. And you see how the paper was pulled into the printer? That is also another problem with printing, where it may not be exact. That's why we try to leave a little margin around the design or whatever the document that you're printing, because the printer grab isn't 100% accurate all the time. Sometimes it grabs it a little off. So you have to be kind of flexible and understand your printer when it comes to how things line up. So now here we have the printed insert front and back. Everything is in the correct, going in the correct direction, and I'm sure that it's printing right. So now I can just go ahead and print the rest of my pages. And basically that's it. It's pretty simple. It's just a matter of testing first. Then once you get the hang of it, you can print pretty much any insert you want. The main thing is to make sure that your settings in Adobe Reader are correct. And that's it. So I hope this helps when you're printing your inserts, and please let me know what you think. Leave a comment below. If you have any questions, please ask below in the comments also. And I guess that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.